Hello you most beautiful and most amazing top 10ers, how are you doing today? Fantastically, I hope. I'm Rebecca Felgate and today we are talking the top 10 worst fashion trends ever. Get ready as we take several awkward blasts from many not so long past pasts. That is a tongue twister. In at number 10, we have scrunchies. So scrunchies are cute on anyone under the age of 10, but then, yeah, not so much. Especially on adults. It's kinda weird. Very popular in the 1980s and early 90s, especially velvet ones worn by Madonna, scrunchies gave ladies that awkward minor look. Is it legal? You'll never know. Maybe fun for a night out 30 years ago, but hard to take a honey seriously with a scrunchie. If you do fancy persevering with the scrunchie trend, may I suggest you finish the look with some cobalt blue hair mascara. Long live the 90s. From the 90s to around 2007, anyone remember number 9? We have New Rave featuring shutter shades. New Rave, spelt N-U Rave, was a strange music movement relating to a hybrid of indie, electronic, techno and electro house. Mainly exploding in the UK, New Rave had its own look, and it wasn't pretty. Basically, people wore as much neon as was physically possible, styled their hair in a way with way too much wax, painted their faces with multicolored face paint, and spray painted household items and strung them to the neck as a stylized necklace. Here's a picture of me aged 17 or 18 sporting the New Rave look, and yes, that is a spray painted key around my neck. What I'm not wearing, but many new ravers would love, are the totally purposeless shutter glasses, which came in a number of rainbow colours. I really have a massive urge to go listen to some like vintage klaxons or old school hot chip right now. Another thing that Madonna could pull off but pretty much anybody else could not, we have fishnet tops. Fundamentally unflattering, fishnet tops reared their ugly heads in the 80s and have been popping up in pockets ever since. An exciting way to reveal your bra to the world without having to go topless, the fishnet top was quite the treat. In at number 7, we have really wide flared jeans. Myself as well as many guys and gal friends were guilty of this crime against fashion as we went through a bit of a goth stage. Although these huge wide leg jeans were also popular among the skater crowd. I think some of you called them JNCOs? Yeah, they're like two huge tents protecting your legs. I wanted mine to be so baggy that I'd often trip over, which was always embarrassing. Next up, who remembers platform trainers? So that's platform sneakers to my friends in the USA, Canada and Australia. Pioneered by Baby Spice in the 1990s, platform trainers defied the point of a comfy shoe as we all began to realise that we didn't buy sneaks because of their looks. Clunky and impractical, platform sneakers was a serious height of fashion back in the day, toppled only in superiority by the light-up trainer. Now they were cool. Oh, anyone else remember the trainers that had wheels that came out of them as well? Amazing. In at number 5, we have the ADIDAS Poppers. I say Adidas, you say Adidas, people pronounce things differently in different countries. However, one thing we can both agree on is that these little pop to the top gems will go down in history as part of like a weird confused generation's aesthetic. So what on earth were these all about? Once again pioneered by a Spice Girl, this time Mel C, boys and girls alike loved these controversial sports trousers. So I was about 9 or 10 when these came out and people would take great joy in the school playground by popping them to the top and exposing your full leg. Why did they need to pop that high? I have no idea. They also never looked good with a shoe. From poppers to shell suits, that's right, in at number 4 we have the classic shell suit. Voted the worst fashion trend of the past 50 years by none other than the Daily Mail, shell suits were the shinier, sassier sister of the tracksuit, and the lads loved them, especially in the 80s and early 90s. Jimmy Savile loved them, which kind of speaks for itself. So the beauty of the shell suit is that they could come in any colour, although my personal favourite has to be the teal. It's just the classic. Shell suits. Nightmares dressed like a shiny satin daydream. So what happens if you take the spirit of a shell suit and try it in a classy velour? Well, in at number 3, we have Juicy Couture. Juicy Couture tracksuits were the favoured daywear of wags, hockey wives and B-list celebs across the globe. The Juicy trackie would be sported with a full face of makeup, a head full of hair extensions in an updo, whilst trying to assume like a totally casual look. You may have spotted a few ladies in the Liverpool Arndale Centre wearing them, shopping with curlers in their hair. Again, another classic. Also, see Britney Spears and Kevin Federline's high-class wedding pictures of the juicy pimps and maids matching velours. Wow. Only slightly worse than a juicy trackie, in at number 2 we have saggy trousers. So see Justin Bieber with his bum full on out. I guess like bums out, fun's out, but what's the point in wearing trousers if both your ass cheeks are poking out the back? I don't know. It just makes me want to go up to someone and just pull them right down and give them a good telling off. Some people take the amount of cheeks showing to be a direct correspondence for how gangster they are, which must mean that King Yeezus Kanye West is the most gangster of them all. Do you guys remember that time that his bum was out when he was exiting a car with Kim? I love it. Probably one of my favourite celebrity moments ever. Okay, so we have reached that all important moment in our most amazing top 10 worst fashion trends, and at number 1, it has to be double denim. My Canadian friends in the studio have just told me that it is indeed called the Canadian tuxedo. I love you, Canada, but this needs to stop. Cast your minds back to 2001 when the world was graced with this. So Britney and Justin, we all know how young love can send you a touch insane, but this really is taking it too far. Justin and Britney were the it couple back then, so it kind of made double denim or triple denim or whatever the heck is going on here seem like it could be an on-trend outfit choice. But hindsight is a fantastic thing, and we know now that they look like fools. Fools in love, which I guess kind of makes it fine. Still, chill out with the denim. So that was the top 10 worst fashion trends. I absolutely cannot believe we got through this without talking about shag bands and dog collars, but we need to save some gold for a part 2 if it happens. So did you guys enjoy this video? What do you think were the worst fashion trends ever? Do let me know in the comments section down below. Also let me know if you were guilty of rocking them out yourself, cause I certainly was. If you guys enjoyed this trip down memory lane, then make sure you leave a thumbs up on this video, share it with a friend, and make sure you're subscribed to Most Amazing Top 10. I'm Rebecca Felgate. You'll probably watch this video back in 10 years time and be like, what on earth was she wearing? But for now, if you want to catch up with me on Twitter and Instagram, then do so, and you can also connect with me on my own YouTube channel, Rebecca Felgate Official. See ya honeys next time!